Item 5, presentations, proclamations, and recognitions. Each presentation will be limited to 10 minutes. Item A, My Home Initiative presentation, which will be done by Dr. Falcon and Ms. Peters. And Mr. McKeithen.
Good evening, Mayor Myers, Vice Mayor Parham, and members of council. We are excited to come to you this evening to share with you a program that's still in the developing stages, but it's an effort to move some of our city-owned properties. Our purpose in creating the My Home Initiative is to sell city-owned properties for the purpose of home ownership, for neighborhood development, as well as making side lots available to existing property owners. We're excited about this program because it offers home ownership opportunities, neighborhood revitalization of city-owned property, and it consists of 3 different programs. The My Home Initiative encourages neighborhood and community reinvestment while improving the quality of life in our neighborhoods around the city. It involves redeveloping vacant and blighted properties, as well as leveraging diverse community resources. And that's why we've had a team approach to this, from the Assessor's Office to the Planning and Community Development Office, as well as the Economic Development Office. The My Home Initiative has 3 separate programs. And again, we are working on the details of each program, and we'll be coming to you again in the near future with finalized details. But the first program focuses on home ownership for first-time buyers. The second program involves investment partners, developers, where we have 2 or more contiguous parcels of vacant properties. We'd be working with developers to look at new home construction. Also side lots. We've got a number of non-buildable side lots that we would make available to existing homeowners. Some of the features of the program, we're still working on this, but we're looking at a nominal down payment fee for the qualified first-time home buyers. We're looking at a reduced price on select city-owned properties. All properties would be sold as is. Very few of them actually have structures on them. Buyers would have about 60 days after having their application approved for closing. After closing, they'd be given a predetermined amount of time to make improvements to the property, and it would involve a collaborative network of community partners and resources to work directly with residents who are seeking, home ownership. And so the summary of the MHI initiative, which is the My Home Initiative, the 3 programs, the home ownership, the investment partners, and then the side lots. So when we started looking at home ownership, we know in the city of Petersburg that we are majority a renter city, and we had in our comprehensive plan as a goal to change that number to be majority home ownership, a city with a percentage of home owners. And so we targeted an audience looking at public service employees, which would include, of course, our teachers and those who work for local government, as well as those who are interested in owning a home for the very first time. And we had to set an income. And so we thought $35,000, which is a little bit over the median income for the city of Petersburg, but it allows for affordable home ownership opportunity here in our great city. And so when you start looking at the investment partners, you're looking at developers who are coming to do what we consider a subdivision. In our zoning ordinance, we define what a subdivision is, and that is 3 or more contiguous lots. And so we're looking for someone who would come and build single-family dwellings. We do have some wards where there are a number of contiguous lots. In one particular ward, it's an entire block. So those properties we would be marketing to investors. And then you have your side lots. So your side lots would be those lots, it sounds really simple, but it's those lots that the city of Petersburg owns that are adjacent to existing single-family dwellings. And those homeowners may be interested in expanding their acreage and to take on that side lot as their property. And so in order to deal with the 3 programs, we have to identify among the vacant land that the city currently owns, what properties would be best suited for each program. And so in doing that, I've been working with our assessor's office to identify those properties that would be in communities where we would have infill development for single-family dwelling, and then those properties that I spoke of earlier where there are 3 or more contiguous lots for investment partners, and then of course again the side lots that would be adjacent to existing single-family dwellings. And so other requirements of this program would be that an applicant would have to complete a 12-month seminar. We call it a Home Buyers Club, and that would be a program that would be operated through one of our partners. Currently, Virginia Housing Development Authority operates and offers home buyers classes. And then we're looking for loan pre-qualifications. That would be contingent upon the category of the property. So if you want to purchase a side lot, you don't necessarily have to come with a pre-qualification. We will gladly take the monies to buy that lot, as it will be a nominal, sold for a nominal fee. And so when you start talking about the pre-qualification, that's going to be more for your home ownership category as well as your investment partners. We're not looking for individuals to come to the city of Petersburg and buy land and hold on to it. We're looking for individuals to purchase homes, to build them within a certain time frame, and to start rebuilding our communities. As I said earlier, that was one of our goals outlined in our comprehensive plan. And then the property must be a primary residence for the purchaser. Again, we're not looking for someone who's doing a rental deal or a business deal. We're looking for individuals to purchase the land, to build single-family dwellings. We're looking for developers to purchase the land, to build single-family dwellings. And we're looking for those interested homeowners who currently own a single-family dwelling and have a corner lot adjacent to their home. And then kind of patterning behind some of the federal programs, we are going to require that that residence be occupied by that purchaser for a period of 5 years. And so that pretty much kind of summarizes our MHI initiative that will be rolling out real soon.
Thank you. As the assessor in the assessor's office, we merely try to assist in this endeavor by giving the vital information, go out, do inspections and things like that to make sure we had a nice number of properties that are eligible for this program. From an assessment perspective, anything that we can do to help spur development in some of our more challenged areas helps us become a lot more economically viable, because these areas that need to be somewhat uplifted can assist better and become more marketable in their actual existence. So I think this is a very good program, a very good approach. I've seen other cities do things like this, and I'm hoping we're successful in it as well. Thank you.
Thank you all for your presentation.